These are my top 10 tips for really engaging with patients. Now, the benefits to this, number one is the most obvious, that you're going to make your person feel cared about and really listened to. And I think if there's one thing that all of us have in common is that we want to feel heard. You'll also be creating a trust and a bond, and that's going to create such a solid foundation for everything else, particularly if you need to currently or in the future help your person with bathing or toileting. Those are very intimate things, and the stronger your bond is, the easier those tasks are going to be later. This is also going to help you to almost curate stories so that in the future, if your person gets either agitated or anxious or even angry, you can have a small pool of stories that you know are positive and that might help either soothe your person or get them back into a bit more positive mindset. Number one, put your cell phone away. Now, if you've ever been out to dinner with friends or family or even dinner at home and you're telling a story and someone at the table is looking at their cell phone, there is nothing more off-putting and it's going to make you feel like someone doesn't care about your story than if they're distracted looking at something else. So just put your cell phone away, even if you have to put it in your pocket in case an office is going to call you, or if you have children or something, you can still have it nearby, but don't stare at it while your person's talking. It's just bad manners to begin with, but it's also going to make them feel like you don't care. Number two, make eye contact. So similar to number one, if you're making eye contact with the person that you're caring for, either while they're telling a story or while the two of you are talking, it's going to show them that they are the most important thing in the room to you. So similar to number one, if you're making eye contact with the person that you're caring for, either while they're telling a story or while the two of you are talking, it's going to show them that they are the most important thing in the room to you and that you value what they have to say. Number three, ask relevant, thoughtful questions. For example, if you're caring for a gentleman who was in the service and he's telling you about his time overseas, you could ask what branch of the service he was in, what years he was in the service, or what base he was stationed at for his basic training. Questions like this is going to show your person that you're really listening to them and that you care what they have to say. Number four, ask for clarification. This is very similar to number three, but except instead of asking sort of open-ended questions to get them talking more, this is more asking for them to elaborate on a specific detail for the same purpose, to show them that you're interested in what they're talking about and that you're really listening. So for example, if the gentleman you're speaking to goes on to say that he was in the Army and that his basic training was at Fort Bragg, an example of asking for clarification is saying, now, what city and state is Fort Bragg in? I'm not really familiar with that base. Number five, resist interrupting. Now, I know this sounds like it sort of goes against three and four, but the point here is to wait until there's a bit of a pause between what the person's telling you to then ask the questions. You don't want to just in the middle of their sentence, come up with some thoughtful question, right? Number six, listen without judgment. So if your person's telling you a story and you don't necessarily agree with either their viewpoint or their philosophy on something, kind of keep that to yourself. The point is to let your person feel heard and really listen to, and not to sort of impose your viewpoints, which may be very difficult to do, but resist the urge. Number seven, use body language. So what I mean by this is either nodding, shaking your head, you could laugh, or touch their hand or their forearm as long as they don't mind that. Number eight, ask the family for topics. So what I mean by this is asking the family if there are any particular subject matters that are going to be upsetting or might make your person angry. On the flip side, you could also ask for any topics that the family knows are going to really make your person light up or might spark a very pleasant memory. Number 9, respect their boundaries. Not everyone is super sociable and chatty. Some just prefer their own quiet time alone. And we need to be respectful of that and pay attention to any body language or cues from them that they would like some time alone. Number 10, ask for pictures. If the person you're caring for is telling you a story about like a cruise they took to Alaska, ask them if they have any pictures. Or if they're talking about their granddaughter who's been married for 10 years, ask if there's any pictures. Because it's very likely, if they do have the pictures, that this might spark more conversations. It might remind them of someone they haven't thought of in a long time, or help you put faces to names, which is always kind of fun. I hope you found these tips useful. And as always, if you have your own, please add them in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.